Make this summer unforgettable driving in a Mercedes-Benz from Mercedes-Benz of Edison. Join me Friday, July 10th at 12 noon, where I will be hosting my show live from Mercedes-Benz of Edison. I'm excited to see my friend and GM Doug Wells and the entire staff. Mercedes-Benz of Edison is committed to making your shopping experience stress-free. That's one reason they were named the 2026 Mercedes-Benz Dealer of the Year by Cars.com. Visit Mercedes-Benz of Edison and meet me, Greg Kelly. See you soon.
Choice Hotels get you more of what you value. Here's a little tune to help you remember. Same drive, different day. Don't you wish you were getting away? Pack your bags and come on through. Texas, Ohio, Alaska, we're up there too. Comfort Inn, it's calling your name. Save on the stay. Oh, and free waffles are yours to claim. Well, I hope you like my little song. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Katz and Cosby, entertaining and informative
on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Everybody talking about the Graham Platner case, and now Bernie Sanders or Mamdani, all these others. Seems like AOC is the only one who hasn't kind of come out and said she's withdrawing her support so far for Graham Platner. But what's the real story? What did the New York Times, who kind of broke some of these details earlier, know, and what didn't they know? Let's go to Joe Concha. Joe, the women are coming forward and saying that the New York Times twisted and watered down their stories. What do you know?
It's a catch and kill case here, Rita. 101, if you're teaching a course in journalism and catch and kill, this is at the top of your syllabus. They had this information from this most salacious, I hate to put it that way because it cheapens it, this most damaging allegation against Graham Platner that were well beyond, verbal abuse or some physical abuse, but outright rape. They had this story a month ago and decided not to run with a story that they ran on other Platner ex-girlfriends who said that he had treated them obviously very poorly in a toxic environment, even locking one in a bedroom for a full night and not letting him out to the next morning. Another one had marks on her shoulders. He pulled women out of cabs, almost tearing their arm out of their sockets. And Democrats at that time still said, he's our guy, even though he had a Nazi tattoo, even though he said that black people don't tip, even though he said that women need to be more mature if they want to avoid rape, even mocked a Purple Heart recipient, a guy named Terry Daniels, who took 4 bullets from the Taliban, and said he's a stupid MRFer who needed to die, and the same guy who thinks that border security should not be funded, abolish ICE, government-run health care, and that every member of the Trump cabinet should be subpoenaed. This guy is a maniac, and Democrats stuck by him until they couldn't do it anymore, and the New York Times tried to bury this story. Now, any ounce of their integrity has been buried about 6 feet under, along with his political career.
You know what's amazing, Joe? And this woman who just came out, Jenny Rassicott's her name, because she's come out and she is progressive. She dated him, I think it was like 2 years. And she says she told the New York Times, by the way, off the record, here's what happened. I was raped. I'm not comfortable right now to say what happened. This is her story. But she says that she gave them all those details, gave them corroboration, a whole bunch of stuff. And she said, on the record, obviously you can paint however you want to paint this man and his behavior. Their quotes were, his behavior was reckless and unsettling. That's how they're saying that she described it. Now, she's claiming that she gave him a lot more than that. That's her version. And that this is what they came, reckless and unsettling.
This is the New York Times, right? A paper that has not endorsed a Republican presidential candidate since Dwight D. Eisenhower in 1956. All right. They should not be taken seriously as a journalistic outfit, but as an arm and a super PAC of the Democrat Party. And what they did here is unexcusable. Because, again, are you going to believe her? Are you going to believe the Times? And given the Times' track record, I'm going to go with Jenny Ranicott in this situation. And, again, I mean, now what do Democrats do, right? I mean, what are they going to go with from here? Is it another Kamala situation where you just, okay, we're just going to do a switcheroo, take out Platner, put in somebody else, and vote blue no matter who? Their brand is so damaged. And I think the important thing here is, Rita, I mean, if you're looking at big picture, they can never lecture anybody again about sexual allegations, about believe all women, about being a champion of women when they wanted to have men play against women in sports. And now this. They have lost the moral high ground. And if you look at the betting odds now, Republican chances of keeping the Senate are skyrocketing because if Democrats can't win Maine, and they're certainly not going to win Texas, and they're not going to win places like Iowa and Ohio. Republicans will end up gaining in the Senate, lose control, and that's how devastating this is right now, and that's why this is very good news for President Trump.
Yeah, and also why the Democrats for so long were willing to turn a blind eye. Judge Weinberg.
I think, Joe, you're absolutely right. What you have here is it starts off as a main story, but fundamentally this is a national story, and it has to do about the future of the Democratic Party and the lack of a moral compass.
Lack of a moral compass, so you combine it all, Judge, right? Okay, so they back Graham Platner, okay, who offended like every possible sect of voting blocks that you possibly could. Women, blacks,
gays,
veterans, you name it.
Gays.
Yeah, go down the line.
Police.
The police, thank you. Yeah, I called them all racist. Oh, by the way, rural voters called all racist and stupid. I mean, again, how Democrats back this guy is unbelievable. Then couple that with the fact that they're embracing more communists and socialists in the party, like Daraliza Chevrolet, who's going to represent New York, who Mamdani has endorsed, a woman who said that if you commit murder in this country and you're black or Latino, you don't necessarily have to go to prison for that. I mean, this is crazy stuff. This is indefensible stuff, and this is what the Democratic brand is right now. They may very well not take back the House either, and then who are they going to run in 2028? AOC? Good luck with that. They'll lose 51 states, which is mathematically impossible.
Thank you for the math. We appreciate that.
Well, you know more about the state count than Barack Obama did. He got it wrong.
Yeah, he said 56, didn't he, or something like that? That's right. And you guys, what do we all stand for?
Truth, justice, and the American way. Hey.
Get ready, Staten Island.
The Ferry Hawks are back at SIUH Community Park July 7th to the 12th for a 6-game series against the High Point Rockers. Wednesday, July 8th with first pitch at 6:30. It's Woo Wednesday in collaboration with the Wu-Tang Clan. The Ferry Hawks transform into the Shaolin Hawks. Thursday, July 9th, first pitch is at 6:30. It's Thirsty Thursday with $5 Bud and Bud Light Traps.
Visit ferryhawks.com now to lock in your seats.